Hi, I'm Pat Webster, and I'm sitting here in the garden at Glenvilla, one of my favorite places on earth. When I first began gardening here about 20 years ago, I was a real neophyte. But over time, I spoke to friends, gardening experts, I began to read books and magazines, and I discovered what it was that I wanted to create here. I'm happy to have a chance to share the garden with you today. There's a real sense of serenity on this property. I think almost anyone who comes, who spends any time here, feels it. I've tried to plant gardens that would enhance that sense of serenity. The lower garden, for instance, which is built within the stone wall foundation of an old summer cottage, all of the colors there are calm. I love shrubs. I've tried to add color and variety in the plant material through the use of shrubs more than perennials or annuals. Throughout the garden, there are remnants of the past. Shortly after we moved into Glenvilla in the mid-90s, my daughter and I discovered some pieces of broken china that were from the old hotel. And I thought, oh, I could use those china pieces to do some kind of a hotel recreation. The China Terrace was one of the first projects that I did at Glenvilla, one of the first projects that actually made history visible. The reimagining of the hotel is where we found the pieces of china. And I've created the rooms that every hotel needs, and a garden just outside the front door. And I came up with this romantic story about a Southern girl who came here and fell in love with the boy who worked at the hotel. I used maidenhair fern and bleeding heart, because of course the girl ended up with a broken heart at the end of the summer. I used goat's beard for one of those nasty old men who might have been lurking around, hoping to establish some kind of relationship with the girl. I had a lot of fun doing those plants and thinking about what plants to use. The bleeding heart does well. The deer don't like it. And that's the main controlling element in every part of the garden at Glenvilla. What the deer leave alone. A garden that's too serious is not fun. So throughout the garden, I've tried to add bits of humor, bits of lightness, bits of wit. The grass snake is one of those bits. I think all of us who grew up within the Western tradition recognize a snake climbing up a tree, going after an apple. This is the traditional Garden of Eden paradise. I love the way the grass grows over the course of the summer, becoming shaggier and shaggier, until in the winter it's just dead grass that blows in the wind with snow hanging off it. It's wonderful. Then in the spring, we take it down and we put it up again. Our gardens reflect who we are. The garden at Glenvilla is really my personal take on the things that my family and I value. It's our look at the world around us.